Torpedoing out of the shallows, the orcas pluck unwary pups off the beach. It's one of the most heart-stopping hunts on Earth. Every season, more than 300 sea lion mothers watch helplessly as their babies are snatched. Only a handful of orcas in the world have mastered this technique. These so-called stranders risk stranding themselves as they hurtle onto the beach in pursuit of prey. It's a skill that takes patience, practice, and an expert teacher. This pod has one of the best, a 40-year-old matriarch known to researchers as Maga. She knows that her family's survival depends on passing the secrets of stranding down to the next generation. No orca is born knowing how to do this. So as the pup's play school lets out, it's time for killing school to begin. Maga, as usual, leads by example. She and Valen, her daughter, prepare to show her 5-year-old grandchild, Emir, how it's done. They break off from the group and head for a chink in the sea lion's rocky fortress. A channel between the rocky reef that leads directly to the shore. They scan the beach with their sonar, sizing up potential victims. Adult sea lions are too savvy and agile to capture, so they ignore them. The trio lurk beyond the breakers, waiting for someone to get sloppy. And sure enough, the pups resume their antics in the shallows. Maga surges in, snatching a pup. And it appears that Valen managed to grab one herself. A rare double act. Usually only 1 in 5 attacks is successful. Orca's relatively small teeth are no good for chewing or slicing, so Maga and Valen repeatedly pummel the seal pups against the water to soften them up. Then they divvy up the meal, tearing the victim apart over and over again until everyone in the family has had their share. During the pup hunting season, stranders, like Maga and Valen, provide food for those who don't strand hunt. The non-stranders, who might excel at open water hunting, may feed them for the rest of the year. After the meal, it's back to class. Only recently have scientists been given permission to study this deadly education from the air, and the intensity of the lessons is revolutionary. Adults usher babies into the shallows, swimming parallel to the beach, apparently to get them used to the motion of the waves and the sensation of sand and pebbles on their bellies. Some of the youngsters just don't take to it. Rather than force them to continue, their mothers and aunts eventually excuse them from the lessons. These babies will become non-stranders for the rest of their lives. But those that do well move on to the next lesson, practicing stranding when there are no prey animals around. Some of them, like this adolescent, seem to thoroughly enjoy the activity. Though it's hard to tell with that natural grin of theirs. But it's a risky strategy. If a whale gets permanently stranded, it will die an awful death, dehydrating under the sun and crushed by its own weight. So they must master the all-important wiggle technique. Time to match an outgoing wave, to get back to the water. Other lessons involve something once thought to be the domain of humans alone: active teaching. It involves not only demonstrating for the pupil, but actually shaping the behavior and even using tools to get the point across. Maga and her grandson Emir practice on a little raft of kelp. Maga has chosen a spot where the waves are small. It's less intimidating for a nervous student. When the calf balks, the grandmother moves the kelp closer, enticing the student to get into the spirit of the game. Seen for the first time from the air, this is one of the best examples of animal teaching ever filmed. Now, the youngsters need to practice on the real thing to learn how to handle a live pup. This time it's Micah, Maga's other daughter, and her niece, an 8-year-old named Karat, who rush the beach and capture a pup each. Micah's catch will be eaten. Karat's is for practice. As they take turns chasing it, the sea lion pup is at their mercy. Part of a lesson, part of a game. It seems heartless, but it's a vital next step in the education of a strander. The students learn to identify the sonar image of a pup, how it moves, and how to catch it. Finally, after 20 gut-wrenching minutes, the unexpected happens. They let the pup go. Dazed but apparently unharmed, the pup rejoins his mother. Few animals in the wild can match the orca's ability to devise new hunting techniques and teach these strategies to their offspring. They have a brain 4 times the size of a human's, huge for even such a massive animal, and the intelligence to match. Orcas are so intelligent, they have distinctive cultures with separate languages, rituals, and tastes in food.